Ali Spagnola. My title is Rockstar.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Just like a well-known game, actually. And then I played it a lot with my friends in college, and I was a musician, solo musician, playing, you know, stuff that I'd written. And it was boring. I wanted my shows to be more like a party, and so I melded the two. I started playing piano in kindergarten, and I took up drums in middle school, and then guitar shortly thereafter that. And I had a focus in music theory, actually, in college, although I was an art major. And that's when I started doing solo stuff. I had a solo album, and I was playing live. It was just like, you know, acoustic white girl guitar kind of stuff. And that's when I was, you know, inviting my college friends to my shows and realized that I needed something cooler. So that's when we melded the drinking game with the live show. Marketing was easy, and, you know, word of mouth, and there's lines around Peter's Pub. It was like a thing that we would do during our homecoming, and so like it was like common power hour kind of thing where I would play during homecoming, and that's where it sort of picked up at CMU. And then I put out like a well-done album version of it, and that was on a shot glass USB that I invented, so like you can drink out of the album while you play the game, and that sort of was what made it take off online. I got a lot of coverage from like Gizmodo and Mashable and Vice, and they're writing about, you know, this thing that I'd created, and that's when I started to see, you know, the rest of the world caring, and it was really cool. I was a sculpture major, so I always have like a need to create something that people can physically desire, and so obviously the solution was to put my album in a shot glass. But usually my pre-show ritual is to wash my shot glass USB because it's weird and disgusting from the last time I played. So I was playing these live performances, these drinking game shows, and then some guy sent me a cease and desist saying that Power Hour belonged to him and that I had to stop playing my shows and stop selling my album. And that was complete BS. Like I said before, it's a well-known game. It's like him saying, I invented poker and now no one can play poker. So I've fought him in court, and it took entirely longer than I ever thought it would, and cost way more than I thought it would too. But 3 years and $30,000, which I've put all over the internet, of course, and like freaked out about. But it was only because when I got into it, it was like in a tunnel, and like you can't see the end, so you don't know how close you are to finishing. Like $10,000 in, I'm like, well, it must be ending soon, and it didn't, you know. So once you get to 25,000, it's like, well, you know, I gotta finish this. You can't give up now. So I'm glad I won. Ha! Oh yeah, I won. In case you didn't know, justice prevailed. At any given second of my life, I'm doing exactly what I want when I want, and it's crazy cool. I mean, I'm so lucky, and I just can't believe that, like, up until now, and that it's still happening, that like this is my existence, and it's super great. And I mean, it's also terrifying that like I may lose it at any second. Like this all could just fall and fail. It feels like it's snowballing and, you know, heading in the right direction, but who knows if it's just like a peak and then boom, everything's awful. And I'm hoping it's gonna keep going the way it does, because it's been super awesome. If it was like very clear that like rock stardom was not going to happen, I would just go back to, you know, being a video game artist and, you know, maybe compose for that or do, you know, ringtones I've done in the past too. So, and that's super fun. That was so hard to leave that career too. It's not like I wanted to get the heck out of there. I love Pittsburgh because it has this hometown feel, and it's like everybody's family, but you can also get like this great cultural stuff, and, you know, like feel like you're living in a metropolitan place, but, you know, still high five and hug people. You know, it's yeah, personal. Binge responsibly.